All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so let's talk about what's been going on with Taylor Swift and what's his name, Scott Bronson or something like that. He's a manager for a lot of big names like Justin Bieber and stuff like that. And you know, these people like him are just they're out to I'm not gonna say out to get people, but they godly you see it all over the place everywhere in Hollywood. There's somebody of his type. I'm not gonna say the name because if I do, they're gonna take the video down. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, then I can't help you on that. But um somebody with his background and I'm not talking about Caucasian either. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It starts with a Z, okay? Or his background. They go and they find all these artists, and they take these people's masters, man. When they do these deals, they don't allow the artists to have their own masters. Think about that. Think about being an artist and you're signing a record deal, and this is supposed to be your manager, you know what I mean, or your whatever he is, right? And he doesn't get you a deal where you are controlling your own work. That is not a friend, right? It doesn't matter how much he smiles at you, says how much you're gonna make all this money. If you don't have control of your own work, which many of the artists don't do. Now, today's artists actually do have a lot of more control of their own work because a lot of these artists today aren't signing these deals with labels. They're not. Some of them are still signing it and still acting stupid, but many artists are getting popular off of YouTube and SoundCloud and Spotify, right? And so a lot of artists are controlling their own music and doing their own thing. But there's still a lot of artists out there that don't have control of their masters, sign these terrible deals, sign these terrible Illuminati puppet deals and get played. And Taylor Swift was one of those people, even though she does have a lot of money now because she made it out of the 100 million people that don't make it. She was one of the 100 million that did make it, right? One out of the 100 million. Her and Justin Bieber, right? And there's 100 million people trying to be musicians, and out in the whole entire world, and she was one of the 100 million people that actually made it, right? Her and Justin Bieber as well in that time period. But she doesn't have control of her masters. When she signed the deal, she didn't have control of masters. This is the guy, Scooter Braun, whatever, Justin Bieber's manager, long time. I don't know if he's still manager Justin Bieber or not, but long-term manager, long-time manager. He bought Taylor Swift's masters. Okay, I guess he could see that Taylor Swift was going to be somebody. I guess. So he owned six albums of her masters. Okay, so he went in and he went in quickly and bought her masters. Okay, so she didn't have a chance to buy her own masters. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even have to buy your own masters. They should come with you because you are the artist, and those are, that should be your work. That is your work, right? And the fact that a lot of people in the music industry do not control their own masters, okay, is embarrassing. All right, and you hear people have to put up $40 million or $100 million to buy back their masters. That's crazy. That should be criminal. But that's the way this evil business does, and they will never talk about this stuff. They're trying to hide a lot of this stuff. So until Taylor Swift is putting it out in the open that she got played. Scooter Braun bought her masters, six albums, right? And now he just sold her masters to unidentified group, and I'm not sure if they're investment group or a label group, whatever they are, and for $300 million. So he bought them for like $60 million or something like that when they were cheap. right? And so now he's selling them the masters, Taylor Swift's masters. She can't even get her masters. She's been trying to get her masters from this guy, Scooter Braun. He doesn't want to sell. And remember, they had a big old fight over Twitter and social media. And so Taylor Swift can't even get her own masters. He didn't even want to give Taylor Swift her masters, even if she paid for it. He doesn't, for some reason, he hates Taylor Swift now. Okay, so they were in a big old fight over masters and all this stuff, and he doesn't even want to give her her own music. And he was supposed to be the manager or something like that. Justin Bieber manager. I'm not sure. I guess I'm not sure if he managed Taylor Swift as well. He bought the masters though. That's how he's in the picture. Okay. And Justin Bieber was like, man, this guy's a great guy, and he's always been a great guy. Other people were coming out and vouching for Scooter Braun's. And and they said, look, it's a business, and he bought your masters. He doesn't have to sell them back to you. Matter of fact, he can keep them and sell them to the highest bidder. That's just how it works. And Taylor Swift is like, well, that's my music. You know what I mean? Like, I want my own music back. And so it's something to learn. It's a teachable moment that when you number one, don't ever sign deals and don't ever sign with a record label, right? Don't ever sign with a record label. Number two, be independent. Be independent, and stay independent. Control your own sound, your own voice, your own music, okay, your own work, your own writing, your own cartoons, whatever you're doing, control your own work, okay? And so you never have to be in a situation where you're going to have to now pay $300 million to get your own freaking work back, right? And so, it's just ridiculous. So he sold the masters for $300 million, all right? So he cashed out on her masters, on her work, not his work. He wasn't there shooting in the gym. Okay, he wasn't there shooting in the gym, right? Like Ricky Rose said about Kobe's wife, right? She wasn't there shooting in the gym, right? So he wasn't there shooting. Now the roles are reversed. He wasn't there shooting in the gym when Taylor was making those classics, right? And yet he was able to buy her own music, her own masters, and then make a massive profit off of it. And these people, they think that there's nothing wrong with that. It is just, it's business of Hollywood. But man, if that's business in Hollywood, then you already know that that's a place not to be, because people are going to stab you in the back, sell your own work behind your back, right? And so Taylor Swift is learning a big lesson. Number one, don't sell your soul. Number two, don't take the oath of Baphomet. Number three, never sign with a major label. And number four, don't trust anybody in Hollywood that smiles at you, right? And so Taylor Swift is learning a big lesson, folks, on when you're young and dumb and you just want to be a famous and star, you better do the paperwork. You better know how to do the paperwork. The legal aspect always matters, because if you do make it out of the 100 million that are trying, you're gonna look back and say, where's my money? Where's my masters? Where's my money? Those are the two things that we always hear in Hollywood. Where's my money? Where's the masters? And that's because the legal paperwork wasn't done correctly. Your family and friends didn't look out for you. They didn't get a lawyer in there involved and says, no, she's gonna control her masters. Okay, she's gonna own her masters from day one. She's gonna be a superstar. Now, of course, no one knew that at the beginning, when she signed. But still, you have to have that faith in you that, hey, I'm gonna be a superstar. I'm going to control my music, my work. Okay, because a lot of times what they do is just they'll sign you, and then they already have stuff written for you. They already have the music out for you. All you have to do is go in there and sing it in the studio, and they put the music out. You get like 10% of the sales of the album, and a lot of your money comes from working from going on the road and doing shows. That's what the money that you use, because the album sales is like you only getting like 5% or 10% of that, because they already have the engineers, the producers, the writers are already on the first album. You're just the voice of the first album. They already have it it ready to go for you. So you don't even so you don't own the first album. Most of the times, no one owns their first album, you know, or their second album, right, or the third album. Usually, you have to fight for the fourth album or fifth. You know what I mean? So you want to make deals, sign deals. I won't sign deal. I won't sign a deal at all. But if you did sign a deal, you know, you better own your masters. You know what I mean? So for me personally, I wouldn't sign a deal in Hollywood. I would never sign a deal. Always go independent. You can use Spotify, YouTube, Cloud, you know, the cloud, whatever, SoundCloud, and other things to get your music out there. You have your friends and family can get your music out there on their platforms as well. And you can do it that way. You can, you know, streaming, you know, earn money from streaming, earn money from the views on YouTube, and earn money from your friends and family members buying, and your supporters buying your music. As well, maybe you can start a Patreon, and you can put up a single, maybe one single a week on Patreon. People buy your music on there. They pledge on there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Those are just several ways that you guys can do it if you're looking to be a musician or a writer or anything, an artist and stuff like that. Don't sign deals. Do it on your own. Learn the business on your own. Learn the business with mentors and things like that, so you don't have any of these stories like this. All right. So peace out. God bless. And Taylor Swift learned a big lesson. I don't think she'll ever own her masters now. They're now worth $300 million. I don't think she's ever paying that for her masters. So peace out. God bless. See you guys next video, and learn from this. All right. And to be independent, stay independent, and don't trust these people in Hollywood, man. They are greedy, demonic people, and they need help. They need a lot of prayer, and they need to get back to God, and because they will literally stab you in the back and make it public that I'm selling your freaking work, your masterpieces, for $300 million, and you'll never get them. That's a stab in the back, and that's what they do in Hollywood. So stay away from Hollywood. Peace out. God bless. See you guys later. Eyes open. Bye.